Hey everyone, Donald J. Brower from GardenStateHSWrestling.com here. This is our special. This is basically our special HWS wrap-up show. I got a chance to head over to Phillipsburg High School and catch the end of the HWS tournament. I talked to all the winners, and they got their thoughts on winning a championship. Let's head to those videos now. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this match. Talk about the winning the HWS, just kind of what it means for you.
Yeah, it was huge last year. I came in, wrestled a tough wrestler first match, and I didn't pull through because there was no wrestlebacks. But this year I just had one goal in mind, and that was to win it. So.
Now you wrestle a kid. I'm sure you're going to probably see going down the line. Just talk about him, and what did you think you could do against him?
Oh, he was tough, and I feel like I dominated the match on top, but my feet could always use some work. I gave up that early takedown, which put me down fast, but I came back with a few turns. So.
Now, beating somebody like this, it kind of puts you, on the map, for, upcoming stuff. How does it going to feel to be the hunted instead of the hunter?
Well, I feel like I've always been one of the better guys in the state, and today really just put me on the radar more, so nothing's going to change in the room at all.
I want to get your thoughts on the win. Congratulations. Against a really tough kid, a state medalist. Just kind of what you were looking for, taking the overtime and trying to do.
Right away, I was trying to feel him out, see what he was doing, and I knew in my head that even though he got the first takedown, whatever, I'm going to get this back. I got out, got to my attacks, and I said, I'm in this. I can beat this kid. And I kept pushing, remember my hard work, and I just got after it.
Now, obviously, a lot of times when you see somebody in this bracket, they see, the history and then the resume. What was it that you could go out there and bang? Because like you said, he took the first one. What would you doing out there trying to get everything right? Because a lot of people coming in were like, Waddle's going to run away with this. You go out there and beat him. Just what that means for you.
I'm keeping my head clear. Don't really worry about the past. He beat me, whatever. Doesn't matter. New day. I've been training really hard. I deserve this. And I knew he got that one. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get one. I know my hard work's going to pay off, and I'm going to beat him.
Now, you're kind of heading into the meat of your schedule coming up, tough stretch coming up, and heading in towards the sectionals. What does this mean for you and the team as a whole? Because you guys are really well represented.
I'm just going to make sure each one of us is pushing each other to become the best we can be. And I'm feeling great right now. Even though it's the middle of the season, I'm going to keep getting a notch better before the AC.
Talk about this win. I know coming out here, winning this title means a lot. Just kind of what was in your head and what you were doing out there.
Just focusing on winning the match. Having a good mindset during this week in practice, working hard in practice. That's pretty much it.
Now, you guys have 3 matches in, 2 Pope John champions.
Yep.
Carson has to be a favorite to win as well.
Yep.
Just talk about this, because there seemed to be, the last couple years, a dip, but then you guys went on such a run last year and ran to that state title. It seems to revitalize your program. Just kind of talk about the feeling.
Down low, we've just been working hard in the room. Keep bringing each other up, keeping a good mindset. And just going to every match, it doesn't matter who we're wrestling, we're going to win the match.
Now, you're obviously one of the favorites in the area, so you won the HWS.
Yep.
Now, talk about kind of going forward and, with your training and being that hunted wrestler in every match that, guys are going to try to want to go for, especially coming up with the sectionals. I know it's tough. You guys are in North A by, I think it was 4 students you're now in the registration. You have to go up.
Yeah.
But just kind of that and just your outlook for the rest of the season. I know you got bigger goals than this.
Yeah, this is obviously a pretty big tournament, but it's just a small part of the season. Still got postseason coming up, so focusing on that and having some success later on in the season.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. Just kind of talk about the win. I know you did it very quickly, and you obviously have aspirations going higher. But how does it feel to you to win the HWS tournament?
I have big dreams this year. Big goals. So stuff like this, I like to go out, score points. I love scoring points. Work my stuff, and it's going to help me in later on. We're going to go back. Even though we won by pretty big margin, we're going to look at the mistakes we made and fix them, so it's even more next time.
So do you, and it's funny to ask this because, like I said, you have such big dreams. Is it you look at this tournament almost like an extended practice session where you can work on stuff?
Exactly. Like this match, we got some dual matches that, I go wrestle my match and I go to a club practice after, so it's stuff like this is, it's good. It works and it helps me propel myself to be better.
Was there one thing you kind of looked at coming in saying, I really kind of want to try to work on this? Or was it just more of a refining?
Yeah, we wanted to work on top, score more points on top, solidify some turns, get some points on the board there. Obviously my feet, working on guys not touching my legs. I thought I did a pretty good job of that today. My defense, head, hands defense, reactions, and so.
And finally, Will your mom finally admit you're a good wrestler?
I don't know. Still probably not. Yeah, she gets a little nervous. I might go ask her though.
I just want to get your thoughts on this. Talk about the match and just kind of what you were doing out there to take the title here in front of your home fans.
Well, I just tried to keep the pace as high as I can and get to my my attacks that I'm used to. And
What attacks are you used to? Like what do you look for? You head out to that mat and it's the finals. What are you looking to do out there? Like what do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to kind of let them give you an opening? Like what's your strategy or something like that?
Yeah, my strategy was just try to keep the pace high and control ties and get to my shots.
With the pace, is that because you feel like you have better cardio than a lot of guys? Like you can push the pace and keep that high energy going through everything? Or do you think if you push the pressure on the other guy, he'll be more likely to make a mistake?
Well, a little bit of both. Like, I feel like I have a lot of confidence in my cardio, and so I figure if I could keep the pace high, that would give me the best chances at succeeding.
Now, finally, you guys have a great representation. You're probably going to most likely win unless something strange happens. How's it feel to win another title in front of your home fans?
It just feels. Most of all, it just makes all the hard work worth it. Like, me and the team, we work really hard at practice all the time. It's really a lot of dedication, and this is just kind of like the benefit of it. It makes it all worth it. So.
Congratulations. Talk about this win. A kid you know pretty well. I mean, it's not, you guys aren't too far. You seem friendly. I'm sure you train. Just beating him and just winning a title in front of your home fans.
It's kind of a get-back match because about a year ago today, I wrestled him at the P-Break One Hill Stool. Was doing well, winning. Last second takedown, lost 6-5. So, this is really just a great feeling for me. Great feeling to win in front of the fans and everything. It was just a great moment.
Now, talk about that a little bit. Was that kind of, you said a get-back moment. Was that in your mind? Like, hey, you saw the brackets come out. You go, I got to get this kid in the finals.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that?
Yeah, it was really just digging deep, really. I knew the kid was good. I knew he was tough, and I knew it was going to be a big mental thing. I feel like being mental was more part of this match than actually being physical and actually wrestling. Just overcoming the fact that he beat me previously, and I just went out, did my thing, and didn't let it get to me. So.
Talk about the first period. Flurry of action.
Yeah.
You on your back, him on his back,
Yeah.
you on your back, him. Just kind of talk about that, what's going through your head, because I was a fat heavyweight. We just basically rumbled and you're done. But the back and forth action, just kind of persevered and then taking control.
That's kind of like my style pretty much. I like to wrestle in situations like that. I feel like I'm better than most kids with scrambling. I went for a stupid inside trip, didn't work out really well, but I just kind of forgot about it, cleared my head, and just kept moving.
Now, you take this win. You obviously, like you said, you got the revenge match out of the way you wanted to. You guys have a big schedule coming up. You got some really good key conference matchups, and you're obviously making your guys' way into the sectional finals.
Yeah.
What do you guys use to build this off? Because it's a big thing to win the HWS title.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to have a couple more champs as the day goes along if we wrestle our match, but I feel like this should just be like the turning point in the season where we really start to pick it up and really starting to come together as a team and just do what we got to do best and just beat these guys and just do what we do.
I just want to get your thoughts on everything. Just kind of talk about this win and just how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling good. I feel like my wrestling from the practice room is definitely translating into matches, and I think I just got to believe in my offense more and get to those ties and scoring positions.
Talk about this week for this squad, because you guys had a really closely contested match with North. You go to Warren Hills, you lose a closely contested match, and now you guys are here. Plus, you're also dealing with a teammate who lost a parent. Just kind of your emotional state about the team, just because you guys have had, it's such an emotional roller coaster to win this and kind of get a relaxing day off tomorrow before you start the grind for everything else.
Especially with my teammate losing his parent, it was definitely sad, but we definitely tried to cheer him up. It's kind of like a family in that room, and us all like being there, even with the close matches, we're all happy and we're ready for the next one and the next battle to win. So.
Speaking of the next one, just talk about, obviously you guys have bigger plans. You guys want to make a run in sectionals, get down to Rutgers for the groups if possible.
Yeah.
What do you guys do to do that? Because you guys are very well represented. We want to talk about some of the guys who have already won here, when some big upsets so far, just kind of how you feel your team's ready to roll.
I feel like my team's really ready. We definitely put in the work in the practice room. We're all tired. We're going to continue working and get ready for those matches so we can win.
Talk a little bit about this win. Hard-fought match against a guy I'm sure you've seen plenty of times in the area. Just kind of what you were looking for and what you achieved out there.
So I knew it was going to be hard on bottom. I struggled there a lot, so he kind of owned that position a little bit. So I knew I had to make it happen on my feet or go on top and get a turn there. And so that's what I look for. So, on neutral, be kind of locked up a lot. Didn't really got some stalemates there. So had to make something happen on top, and that's kind of where I catch guys a lot. So definitely had to, felt comfortable there.
Was that what you were looking for going into it, kind of trying to catch him with something and let him make the mistake type thing?
Yeah, I was looking at if I didn't get anything there, I was going to have to go on my feet, get a takedown, go up 2-1. But it ended up happening the way I wanted it to, where I can turn him on top and then ride out the rest of the match.
Now, you guys achieved a really cool milestone in your program history this year with 800 wins. And now you win this and kind of what you're, doing. The team's going down, like going on a nice little run. A lot of people thought you guys would take a step back with the talent you lost last year. Just kind of what you guys are doing to get those next man up motivated guys.
Yeah, so it really comes down to, our leaders are picking guys up right now. And there's a lot of the younger guys who really just need a lot of motivation to really work hard in the room. And so by being that older guy and the other guys, Uryniak, they're really pushing the little guys too. And our coaches have been a great help too. They've been really helping the little guys with technique, helping them with, form and all that kind of stuff. So it's really just been a team effort to get everyone ready.
I just want to get your thoughts on this. Talk about this match. I know it's like a culmination. You obviously go out there and win. Just what you've been working on and how you feel after that match.
I feel pretty good after that match because I wanted to wrestle extra hard since my 8th grade year. I ended up taking 3rd in our final tournament because I actually lost that kid after beating him during the actual matches themselves. So I feel like I just actually wanted to work extra hard for this match just to really show how hard I've been working and also how much I've been improving since then, because it could be the final time that we ever wrestle. So
you talk about improving. The one thing I remember when I spoke with your coach a couple years ago when you were coming in, you were one of the ones he kind of mentioned. And we talked in the preseason preview how you kind of went all in with the wrestling club and everything else. Did that help you doing all that extra stuff to be here today?
I definitely think it really helped because all the private lessons with the coach where they really focus on every detail of what you're doing wrong. Plus the drilling time you get there and the drilling time in the room and at home, I feel like it all just kind of adds up and really helps you get better and improve those minor things that you're doing wrong so that you can really end up doing really well.
And finally, you're the first Voorhees champion in a while. How does it feel knowing that your name's going to be up on the wall and forever associated with the school in a championship capacity?
I feel just really proud that the work that I've been doing and the help that my coaches have given me and also the help that my fellow teammates have given me, that it all just kind of comes together for this match. And I'm just really thankful that I have people who are around that care about me doing well and that are here to support me and to help me improve and do better.
I just want to get your thoughts on this match. I know you feel you didn't wrestle the way you wanted to, but you come out there and win. Just kind of the feeling of winning with this title.
He's a very tough kid, but I didn't wrestle the way I wanted to. I hardly took any shots. It kind of just demoralized me in the beginning and then ended up making me wrestle harder in the end. But I pulled out with the win. I'm definitely going to go train harder.
Talking about training harder, I've mentioned this to other people. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I go in the room. There's maybe on my hand I can count 5 times when I'm filming something that something catches my eye out of it. When I came to your practice to film, you were nonstop energy doing stuff, and I was just boom, boom. It was you almost had a look like I couldn't take my eyes away. What is it about that with the training that you're just out there? Because it almost seems like you're a step faster than a lot of the guys and how you do.
It's really the flow. When you get in the flow, you just enjoy it more and you just start rolling around and everything. You just start visioning it in your head before you even do it. It just comes to you a lot easier and you enjoy it more.
Now, you come from a historic family in the Delaware area, coming back. How does it feel just knowing that your family was here, you won a title here, and you guys got a great shot at not only advancing in the sectionals but possibly getting down the groups? Just kind of your feelings about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I always looked up to it when I was younger because my dad was on the wall. I always wanted to be on the wall, and now that I get to come back and do it and actually be on the wall, very exciting for me.
I just want to get your thoughts on this. Talk about this win and just, kind of what it means for you as a wrestler on this squad.
It means a lot. I worked my ass off these past few days in the practice room. We had a rough week with a bunch of friends and family, but really trained hard. Got to my work. Got a little tired towards the end of the match, but I knew in overtime I had to work if I wanted to win this. I worked so hard, I got the win.
Talk about that emotional week. I know you guys beat rival in North Hunterdon, lose to Warren Hills, but the biggest thing was a teammate, one of your great teammates who lost his parent, just kind of that emotional, just kind of what it for you guys and getting everything rolling, to be able to come out and be as competitive as you were these last couple days.
Will's my best friend. His dad just passed away. Yesterday was his funeral. So it was very emotionally damaging to me. I was very close to him, football, wrestling, everything. And I knew that today. My dad told me he would want me to fight, wrestle as hard as I can. So I implemented that to my wrestling, and I worked hard and got the win.
Now, you guys obviously have bigger plans, wanting to get down into sections, medically get down the group, go down to Rutgers. What do you guys do to kind of build off this? Because you guys had such a successful showing. Rossi beating a medalist is kind of that momentum.
We all had good days. We were missing a few kids, sicknesses and injuries and everything. But we did pretty good. I believe we got like 5th or something. So we're just going to take it back to the practice room, work hard, and take it to the future tournaments and matches.
I just want to get your thoughts on the match. Just kind of talk about it, what you were looking for, and kind of what you were trying to do out there on the mat.
Look, I was just trying to be free flow and just be me out there. There's definitely a ton of things I could have done better. It's probably just more hand control, more hand fighting, stuff like that. But a win's a win. I always got to improve that next level. I want to reach my one goal, being a state champ. So just on to the next thing.
Now, talk a little bit about the milestone you guys had this year. 800 wins is a big thing for any program. Just what it means and kind of what it means with everything and kind of, how you guys are using that as motivation because it's such a historic thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. The program we built up over the years with going down from Rick Frondorf to Logan Waito and me and Brendan. It's just an incredible situation we're in with 800s. We just got shirts that that pretty much have that from the last couple decades. We have everyone with our names on the back, which is pretty cool. We always use it as motivation to become better. Individually wise, we're working as hard as we can. We're all pushing each other in the room. That's all the motivation we need is each other. So, and becoming that next state champ or whatever goal you have in mind.
Talk about your motivation as well, because a lot of people, not myself, but other reporters, kind of wrote you guys off at the beginning of the year because you lost so much talent.
Yeah.
Just kind of being able to sustain where everybody kind of sung the death knell on North Hunterdon.
Yeah.
And you guys are being successful, just that.
Yeah, I wasn't around a lot of the summer with all the North kids since I was at all the Fargo and all those tournaments. So, coming back, I was a little worried about how some of our guys would do, but expectations were set through the roof. Coming into the season, but we had all the guys really working hard this season. I think some guys are cutting good weight, so we're all keeping our heads up for the next match, next thing. So that's.
Now you guys are obviously making a run towards the sectionals. Just kind of, what do you guys do to motivate? Obviously, you had a couple holes with Hunterdon Central, nothing crazy, but you guys have a good shot at. You have to be one of the favorites in your section, at least get down to the section. Just kind of, what you guys are doing to motivate the kids to fill in that next role.
Look, winning these types of tournaments it just sets expectations high for everyone on the team. They all look up to everyone in the room. I think us really pushing me, Danny, all the captains and seniors, really pushing the pace in practice, really sets a milestone for all these younger guys and what their dreams and futures want to be like. So.
I just want to get your thoughts on this win. Talk about it. I know you've wrestled him before. Were you trying to do anything different, or did you kind of understand where he was coming at in the match?
I felt like I understand where he was coming at. It was more of a conditioning thing for me. I know last year he's a strong wrestler. It's always tough wrestling him. But for me, I felt like just getting my conditioning up this preseason to kind of just get that edge.
Now, you guys have had a solid week. Just some of the winners you had here. You also had Uryniak winning it, so stuff like that, and some representation. A lot of people in the beginning of the season, myself not included, but other reporters kind of wrote you guys off because you lost so much talent. How does it feel to kind of keep that rolling? Because in showing the guys, we're not done. North is here.
It feels good. We're working hard every day. Those guys returning, state place winners, high-level guys. We're working on getting the next generation through North, kind of getting them up to that level too. So it's been a process, but we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Now, you guys talk about the rest of the season. You have to be at least one of the presumptive favorites to win the section, if not go down to potentially groups. Doing that, how would that cap off your career here? Obviously, you want to go down the states and win, but as far as a team aspect, how would that make you feel about your career here at the school?
I feel like that would make me feel like I did my job for the team. Like postseason, it's more individual. That's the time to get greedy. But this meat of the season with all the team stuff, all the team matches, all the team tournaments, that's for the team. So getting that title will be big. Just kind of proving that we're still here, where the next generation is coming through, and we're ready for it.
I just want to get your thoughts on this. Just talk about this. You're in your home gym. You're wrestling at heavyweight. Just kind of your thoughts on winning this title.
It's cool. It's great. I love it. I love being in the atmosphere of my hometown, seeing my parents, seeing all the fans out there. It feels very welcoming when you walk in, and especially when you're wrestling after a win, it feels good to look up and see those people supporting you, even at a tournament. A lot of people don't come out as much to tournaments as they do for matches. So when you see a lot of people here cheering just for you strictly, it's a really good feeling.
Now, these are a lot of guys you obviously see regularly because it's in the area. Mm-hmm. To be able to wrestle them and kind of go out there and dictate, do you use the advantage you had before, or you just kind of say, listen, I'm going to go out there and wrestle my match and make them kind of conform to what I'm doing?
I just wrestle my match. I do a whole bunch of different things. I treat everyone the same with it. That doesn't matter if I wrestle you 3 times, 4 times, maybe even 7 times. I'm going to do everything I can to win the match. I'm going to do different things no matter what. It's all about the positioning. Whatever I can chain wrestle from in a position is going to show what I'm going to do in the match.
Now, you guys talking last year, coming into this year, you guys lose a heartbreaker to Warren Hills, but you come back and you win the group titles. Your guys are on another roll this year. You avenged the loss against Warren Hills earlier. What is the limit for this team? I mean, I know you want to be down at Rutgers winning. Where do you see this team stopping? Because I think you guys right now have to be in the conversation for best public team in the state.
That's the thing, is we're not going to stop. There's no way to show when we're going to stop. I don't even know if it will ever stop. We don't know. I can't tell what's going to happen. But if we keep doing the same things we are doing and keep getting better every day, it's just going to get better and better and better and stronger and stronger and stronger. So there's no really any idea that I have for where we're going to stop. But I know for a fact that we're going to keep going, and we're going to try as hard as we can to keep it going.
Thank you for all the champions for taking the time to come out and interview with us. Thank you to all the parents who came up and shook my hand and said they wish I was broadcasting the tournament. And thank you to everyone who got a chance to come out and see some great wrestling. Hopefully in the future, we'll see what happens with everything with the HWS, but great tournament. Everybody did a great job. Phillipsburg obviously won. Warren Hills and Delaware were tied for second. But join us next week when we'll be live from the PCT. Donald J. Brower, signing off.